I'm Cape Joel, and this is Comic Smack, the weekly, daily, all the time, anytime comic book show where I give you your fix of everything that's going on in the world of comics and superheroes. And on today's show, we're going to be taking a closer look at Thunderbolts, issue number 1. Spinning out of the pages of the Pleasant Hill standoff event, Bucky Barnes and Kobik have set off to form their own team. Let's hop on in and find out what happens next, shall we?
So as we join the comic, we check on in with our new team of Thunderbolts, led by Bucky Barnes, the Winter Soldier. We also have Atlas, the muscle of the group, Moonstone, a former Miss Marvel villain and Miss Marvel on the Dark Avengers, the Fixer, the tech expert, and Mach 7, their wingman. No, I mean literally a wingman. He has wings and he flies around. The team is currently in the process of knocking over an important S.H.I.E.L.D. installation to steal a bunch of information that they've been stockpiling all NSA style. Yes, even though the Pleasant Hill fiasco is behind the United States government and Maria Hill has been stripped of all her actual power, S.H.I.E.L.D. is still up to no good, and to checkmate them, we have this new team of Thunderbolts. In fact, when they return to their base, which is a far cry from Thunderbolt Mountain, it's literally just a hole in the ground, Bucky says that his new work with the Thunderbolts is very much an extension of his role as the man on the wall, protecting Earth from threats that the other heroes just couldn't. We're also introduced to Kobik, the omnipotent godchild behind Pleasant Hill, who was given herself a brand new makeover. Why? Because she's a living embodiment of a piece of the cosmic cube, and because of that she can look however she wants to. Bucky, as we soon discover, has taken on a big brother role to Kobik, not unlike how Steve took on a big brother father role to him. Speaking of Captain America, Winter Soldier hasn't had a chance to tell his friend what he's been up to recently, and he figures he better hurry up on that account before S.H.I.E.L.D. once again brands him a traitor. Kobik manages to use her amazing powers to give the Thunderbolts base a much needed makeover, but Bucky is quick to step in and tell the rest of the team that she is not a genie and you just can't ask her for every little thing. No doubt this is also the writer saying he doesn't plan to use this character as a Deus Ex Machina. So it's clear what Bucky is getting out of this Thunderbolts deal, but what about the rest of the members of the team? Well, as you may have noticed, it's comprised of people who were on Baron Zemo's original Thunderbolts back in the day, who were villains who actually pretended to be heroes to get one over on the rest of the world. They either wanted to be here because it's all they know, or in some cases wanted to strike back at S.H.I.E.L.D. for what was done to the supervillain community during Pleasant Hill. Using the stolen S.H.I.E.L.D. files as well as a bunch of other cross-references, the Fixer manages to dispatch the team on their next mission, Bucky feeling that this may have some sort of extraterrestrial bent to it, and as the man on the wall, it's, his duty to deal with it. The team finds a series of alien cocoons, sort of like Inhuman cocoons, but not really. The team is also very much split on what to do. Half wants to burn the place down and be done with it, while Bucky says that that's a bad idea because they need to find out what they're dealing with before they just cure the whole situation with fire. Moonstone takes particular offense to all this grandstanding, saying why on earth should they bother to listen to Winter Soldier when he's the only one on the team who doesn't actually have any superpowers. She then makes the very poor decision of saying that he can lead the team when he pulls the Moonstone from her cold dead body, which Kobik, again godlike powers with the mind of a 4-year-old, decides to take what she says very literally and rips out her Moonstone as the comic ends. Thunderbolts number 1 is an interesting start for this series. I'm a big fan of Jim Zub, what with his more indie work, and I'm glad to see him finally make the jump to traditional superhero fare. This book is definitely a very organic sequel to the events of Pleasant Hill and Avengers standoff, so if you're jumping in fresh and didn't read that event, maybe brush up a little bit before coming here. The first issue was definitely very strong and very heavy on the Winter Soldier, but hey, you know what, he's an interesting character, and his last solo series didn't really set the world on fire, so it's cool to see him in more of a leadership, fathership, brotherhood sort of role to this team. Oh, but it's not all sunshine and roses. I'm sure the most apparent issue with this comic is clear to anyone with eyes, and that is the artwork. I get what they're going for. They want something evocative of the original Baron Zemo Thunderbolt book from the 90s, and yeah, they do a pretty good job aping the 90s art aesthetic. And you know what? I said it about that Age of Apocalypse Secret Wars tie-in, and I will say it again here. That kind of art style fell out of favor for a reason. That being said, art aside, I would still feel comfortable at the end of the day giving this one a 7 out of 10.
Hey everyone, thanks so much for watching my newest video. I hope you enjoyed it, and while you're here, why not check out another video I have on offer, or maybe if you're feeling in a supportive mood, you want to like or subscribe. And if you want to support the creation of more videos just like this one, then please by all means check out the Cape Joel Patreon. A little bit goes a very long way, and I will see you all next time.